I shower about twice a week.
Getting in the shower, it makes my skin crawl, and I'm okay with that being my cross to bear. The idea of showering is just not really something I'm focused on, but I hate being wet. I absolutely hate being wet. I get uncomfortable when I'm wet. I get uncomfortable when I sweat. Much so that
there's a lot of things you don't come out in the public to come and say. I just feel these people actually literally overshare for a reason, and they feel everyone should be okay with it. And you have your bath only once a week, so why come out on the internet to come and share to the public? It's already a disgrace. It's already a shame to even have the infantry to come and say it out loud that yes, I bathe once a week. You would think if you don't shower, level of dirt that will be on your body if you don't scrub your body. Imagine even having a shower without scrubbing your body, the dirt will still be there. In short, if you scratch your ear, you will see that there's a lot of dirt around you, and even the dust around you. It makes a lot of sense to have a shower at least once a day. In this video, a white woman, she comes out loud to come and say she bathes only once a week, and she's okay with it. Her boyfriend is okay with it. She has been doing it for over the time. Not everything should even come out on the public. Keep all your dirty habits in your house. You don't need to come outside, come and tell us how you bathe, if you bathe or you don't bathe. This is a dirty behavior that shouldn't even be discussed in public. Let's have a look at this video together.
A week is the average person showering, because I understand you're only supposed to wash your hair like 2 or 3 times a week, and so I probably wash my hair once to twice a week. But and here's the kicker, and I don't want any judgment because it's a judgment-free zone, because this is TikTok. I shower about twice a week.
Day 9 of showering every day until I somehow enjoy it. I think y'all are onto something. Because I showered last night before going to my boyfriend's house, and this morning I went to Pilates, and normally I would not shower after Pilates because I don't really sweat, and you know, I don't have a lot of time, whatever, and I would just put dry shampoo in as I did and wash my face and move on with my life. Today I'm like, what do you mean I'm not going to shower before work? Suddenly I'm like didn't do it yet, thinking about a 2 shower a day.
Just a second, guys. This energy this lady is actually using to do her makeup, why not use it to have a shower? Entering into the shower to have your bath doesn't take you less than 10 minutes max. What's the big deal in having a shower? It allows you to smell nice. You can't come and stand beside people and smell awful. Do you even smell yourself?
Being a 2 shower a day girl, because you start normalizing it, which is, I realized maybe what happened to me with the showering, or the non-showering, is that I started to normalize non-showering, and I didn't really feel disgusting because it was the way I felt every day. And now that I've been clean, I'm like, should I do this twice? I'm starting to wonder if y'all have tricked me, trained me. So I didn't know how often people were showering, right? Like, I live alone, I don't have any siblings, etc. I just like didn't know what people were doing. So I asked from a very honest place, like, how many times a week are y'all showering? This is how many times a week I'm showering. But the really cool thing about free will, because like, I wasn't asking to get in a fight. I'm not trying to convince y'all to only shower twice a week. Y'all do you do it however much you want. But the really cool thing about free will and being an adult is you get to make your own choices. Like, I want chocolate for dinner, I get to have chocolate for dinner. I want to shower twice a week, I get to shower twice a week. And if I hate something, I don't have to do it. If I don't like laundry, I can send it out to get done. If I don't want to clean my house, I can hire someone to do it. If I don't want a dog, I don't have to have one, right? Like, that's what being an adult and having free will is. And I personally hate showering that much. I'm not debating that I could be cleaner. Like, that's not up for debate. I'm not debating that probably what I do isn't average. I'm just admitting, like, that's how much I hate it.
So because you're an adult, you now have the free will to do as you please. You decide if you want to shower, if you don't want to shower. That is even the main reason why you're an adult. It means you should be more responsible for yourself. Take care of yourself. Smell good, so that you don't make people around you feel uncomfortable because you stink. When you were a child, as you'll be told, go and have your shower, go and do this, then you do it. You're not an adult. That's why you need to be even more responsible. You need to take care of yourself. You need to have your bath at most twice a day, at least once a day. Now, so many people have come out to react to this video because she has actually literally come out and dragged the black people in it. She claimed that the reason why black people actually have the shower twice or 3 times a day is because they were slaves in the past and they were told to have a shower by their slave masters. Let's have a look at this.
I hate it. If I say this the wrong way, I'm going to try and do this in the most politically correct and kind and sensitive way. I truly agree with this statement. I think cleanliness is cultural. Why? Because I think that people who are of a darker skin tone were hundreds of years ago told that they were dirty. Now, obviously, that's completely racist and a terrible thing to say, but I think that it became embedded in that culture to always be clean and fresh, etc. You think about people of brown or black skin working in fields, working as slaves, etc. Whereas white people were never told that unless they were like of a lower class or like blue collar worker. I'm not saying I agree with any of this, and I realize that this is going to probably piss a lot of people off that I'm saying this, but I'm really trying to do this from the like most sensitive perspective. I think there's a lot of hate in this comment because when I think back to my parents are both white, my dad's British. My dad literally sometimes showers once a week. He's a 6'4" white British man. He's never been called dirty in his entire life. He's never been told that he was dirty. He's never been told that his skin made him dirty. My mom literally probably showers 2 to 3 times a week. I just think this is a really eye-opening comment, and I think that it's 1000% spot on. Just something to think about.
Wow. Black people were told to have this shower because they were slaves. Like, that's the reason why black people have a shower as often as they can. Make it make sense. Why are you trying to bring and drag black people into this conversation? You are the one that came out in public to come and hair out how dirty you are and how often you shower. Why bring in the black people into all this? Now, the black people on TikTok, they got outraged and actually reacted to this video. Let's have a look.
Twice a week because of my depression and my ADHD, which I struggle with both, along with OCD and anxiety. Like physical acts, like getting in the shower, it makes my skin crawl, and I'm okay with that being my cross to bear. The idea of showering is just not really something I'm focused on. I combined ADHD and OCD means that I have a lot of issues with things being done in different orders. I actually don't think showering twice a week is that disgusting. If you think about it, it's once every like 3 days. When I'm gonna sound weird, and I don't know if this is a white people thing or a me thing or an OCD thing, but I hate being wet. I absolutely hate being wet. I get uncomfortable.
Did I just hear her correct? She said she hates being wet. Who says that? Why would you hate having a shower? Why would you hate having the water drip on your body? It's just a matter of a few minutes or seconds. You will clean up your body with a towel. Why so offended with the water being on your body? This is the first time I'm seeing a human being actually admitting that they don't like the feel of water on their body.
When I'm wet, I get uncomfortable when I sweat. Much so that I stopped going to the gym that I was going to because it was a HIIT class and that would make me sweat, and I didn't like that. And now I just do only Pilates. Honestly, y'all that are showering 2 to 3 times a day, I don't have the time. Where do you guys get the time? Also, because I don't want to waste skincare products or hair products, etc., then I'd have to redo all my skincare or my makeup or my hair. I truly don't believe all of y'all are showering every single day. Yeah, I don't believe it. I even know amongst my friend group that not every single person showers every single day.
Funky because you grew up seeing your parents be funky. And the reason they didn't smell each other is because y'all were funky together, so you didn't tell each other. And then we got to white people are inherently clean and have never been told they're dirty, and black people have been told they're dirty since before slavery, and that's why they shower. No, actually, Africans taught the Europeans how to wash their ass, so y'all were not plagued by disease. But leave you to tell it is the other way around. Not one time have I jumped in the shower thinking, oh my God, white people think black people are dirty, let me take a shower. My grandmother never got in a shower thinking white people think she's dirty. I grew up watching my grandma take 2 showers a day. My son is 6 years old. And by your math, my 6-year-old son has taken more showers in his lifetime than probably you, your mother, and your father combined. Was foundationally flawed from the beginning because you don't actually have a reason why you take 2 showers a day other than you grew up watching your parents be funky, therefore you're funky. Because you can't say it's because of that, then say it's ADHD, then say it's your OCD, then say, oh, you don't like to be wet. Cleanliness is cultural argument doesn't work. It's flawed. And you assuming every black person has any type of history with slavery is crazy. That's not factual either. There are a lot of white people on here who wants me to let you know they do not fucking agree with you. And they shower more than once or twice a week.
I shower about twice a week.
So I gotta say this. That white woman who proudly admitted she only washes her ass twice a week, girl, I dare you go buy a white washcloth, use some antibacterial soap, and scrub in between your cheeks. I want to see what that rag looks like after. And then she really got on here talking about people with darker skin wash more because they were told they were dirty. No, ma'am, we were never dirty. Think about it. If we were so dirty, why were our ancestors nursing your babies? Why were we cooking your food? Why were we cleaning your houses? Clearly, y'all trusted us with everything. So let's be real, that stereotype about being dirty is projection. If anything, y'all the ones people say smell like wet dogs, like pennies, like mildew, that didn't come out of nowhere. At the end of the day, hygiene is basic. Wash every day, use soap, use a washcloth, scrub, and please do something about that hair smell too. It's 2025. There's no excuse to be bragging about being musty.
Did a white woman get on this internet and start a discourse about how apparently it is a cultural thing that white people don't wash their ass enough? I swear to God, a lot of y'all white women, y'all say whatever comes to your mind, especially once you pass the age of 30. Y'all have zero filter at that point. And then she said, oh, well, I only shower 2 days a week. So the other days of the week, you don't at least like grab a towel, some soap and some water and wash up, especially down there, so you don't smell rancid to people.
You stink.
Ugh. And then she implied that it was a cultural thing. So she got the whole world thinking that white people just walk around smelling like hot armpit with a side of no hope. I used to work with this white teacher who would use the 45 minutes that we would get for a break to go run around the neighborhood. And she would even change to an outfit for it. So I'd be sitting there wondering, you know, did she even have time to like clean up afterwards? Like, ugh. My thing is, going back to the original video, what even prompted her to go and say that? Like, and just admit it to the internet? Like, the world. Why? There was literally no reason for her to go and say that or admit it to the world. But not only did she do it, but then she implied that basically everybody else of the same ethnicity does the same thing. It's a cultural thing. That's crazy. And also, going out and being amongst people without at least like washing up is insane. That's disgusting and completely inconsiderate. And the thing is, hell, I had a point where I didn't want to bathe and do all of that when I was a pubescent 12-year-old that didn't care. Like, you're an adult and just admitting that to the world. Why?
Like, why?
This entire situation and everything about this just reeks, pun intended, of not caring about your fellow person at all. Not only are you being inconsiderate by not bathing 5 out of the 7 days of the week, but you are also being inconsiderate by implying that it's a cultural thing, so everybody thinks that white people just do this. That one TikToker on here is absolutely right. Y'all aren't scared of shit.
That's actually a very big question. I know all white people are not like this, but this lady has come out to actually say, literally, this is how a lot of white people are. They don't have a shower every day. You would literally stink if you don't clean your body, clean all your private parts. You smell like a rotten egg if you don't shower at least once a day. That is basic hygiene. No need for anyone to push you over to say do this or do that. This is the first time I'm saying that she's saying her skincare products will waste if she showers every day. Make it make sense. Doesn't actually make any sense at all. If you don't want to have your shower, if you don't want to bathe, keep it to yourself. I want to know what you all think about this video, because this is actually a funny one, and a point is not pointing at all. Till then, I'll see you in the next one. To this.